Welcome back, salam, and good evening to you, my worthy of friends. That's my favorite way to open a podcast. Welcome back to POPlitics Live. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single Wednesday. I'm Alex Clark, and I have a gift for you. I have a gift. I have a present for you. A present for you from me. I think most of you by now have watched last week's POPlitics Live, hopefully. If you have not, you need to, because I ended up doing one of the most epic rants I think I've ever done. I basically roasted everyone who's overly sensitive on the internet and gave two examples, okay? So one was everyone getting pissy with me for dunking on bob haircuts, and then women that were demanding some cook on TikTok make accommodations for those who didn't like beans in the comments of a literal bean soup recipe. So as a little gift for you, because you guys seem to really like that, and I honestly really liked it. Like, it just all happened in the moment. It was very organic, and that's the beauty of these lives. You never know what's going to happen when they happen. Also, speaking of never know what's going to happen when they happen, can we zoom in a little bit more on me? I'm a little bit, I actually, the way my computer's blocking me right now, I look nude, don't I? Look at this. Look at this. With my hair and I look naked. I look naked on the live. I'm not, though. I have a dress on. Jeez Louise. This is a disaster. Let's just switch some things around. See, look at that. I am clothed. But I'm going to move this around. So, because everybody liked that rant so much, I have decided, and I got with my team. We have an in-house art team here at Turning Point USA, and I was like, here's the situation. I didn't give a lot of context. I said, I need you to draw me a bean with a bob. They said, a what and a huh? I said, I need you to draw a bean with a bob. And so we have now released a limited edition inside joke sticker called the Beans and Bobs sticker. It's a Bean and Bob sticker. It's at tpusamerch.com. We're going to pull that up for you. And if you're listening to this and you're not watching, look at this. This is incredible. Like one of the best stickers we've ever made. This sticker, gosh, do I still look naked? This Beans and Bob sticker, let me describe it, okay? What you have here is a little baked bean. She has a bob haircut complete with bangs. She's making an angry, pouty face. She's holding a spoon bigger than she is, and it says, "Mind your own soup." Mind your own soup, which is a funny and fantastic reminder to stop freaking out and thinking that everything is a personal attack online. So we have the brand new Bobs and Beans sticker, limited stock. Let me tell you a little bit about this sticker and some details here. When I say limited stock, I mean like I'm anticipating within the next 5 minutes it will sell out. Because here's the deal. There are only 50 made of this sticker. So right now, tpusamerch.com, you get it, it's gone. All right? This is a one-time thing because it's specifically for those of you in this live. I don't want the rats getting a hold of them that don't deserve it. I only wanted a few of you loyal OG cute conservatives to get it because you understand me and, this is our little thing, the Beans and Bobs joke. So let me tell you a little bit about this sticker. The Bobs and Beans sticker is 1 inch wide. It's 3 inches tall. It's also an extremely high quality vinyl sticker. This is dishwasher safe. It's weatherproof. It's $4. You can put this on your car, on your laptop, your water bottle, or your bean cabinet. Now, when your husband comes home and you have this mind your own soup sticker on your cabinet door, don't tell him that I put you up to this. I want out of this. Keep me out of it. I don't want to be brought up in divorce court. All right? Let's just keep me out of it. The Bobs and Beans sticker, tpusamerch.com. The first 50 people who order this will get it, and then it's gone forever. Once this sells out, it will never be available again because it's such a weird inside joke, and I'm not going to make 100 of these, right? So later in September, we will be releasing more merch, not this, but other things. So if you miss out on Beans and Bobs, don't worry. There will be other cool things coming soon. tpusamerch.com. Again, anticipating it's going to sell out right now. Today on the show, the Golden Bachelor cast has been revealed. We have pictures and bios. We're going to look at the new trailer with the women that was released today. I also want to just, I want to go through these individual women. I want to make some predictions with you. Who's going to be the villain? Who are we going to like? Who's going to be the one that wins over Jerry's heart? Meghan Markle allegedly is considering becoming an influencer on Instagram. Aren't we so lucky? The queen of rom-coms, Meg Ryan, is back. She has a new rom-com coming out, you guys. I believe she's also over 60 years old. She's back in the game. Rom-coms are making a comeback. Cinema is here to stay. It's a freaking good day. This is a great Wednesday. And this is why you have to watch live, because see, we're in the moment news here. And if you listen to this 3 days later, I still love you, but it's just not as good. You really got to try to make an appointment every Wednesday to listen to this in the moment. We're going to look at Meg Ryan's trailer for this new movie as well. And then we're going to just go through, I just want to talk about and rank her rom-coms. What is the best? If you're Gen Z especially, or you're just somebody who just, is very, very behind, 30 years behind on watching movies, I'm going to tell you which ones you need to watch, and we're going to discuss which one is the best. We're also going to have a little hypocrisy check today. A little hypocrisy check. People want an anorexic YouTuber banned from social media for promoting what they're calling self-injury. Now, these same people, they don't want trans creators banned for telling kids to use binders or get testosterone. So we're going to have a little hypocrisy check. And finally, we will wrap up this live. I'm going to talk about the huge podcast I went on over the weekend, probably my biggest ever, the Whatever podcast. I'm going to be talking about my experience, at least what I can share on the, I can't talk. I'm going to be talking about my experience going on the Whatever podcast. What all I can share with you, I will share. Only 50 Bobs and Beans stickers available, tpusamerch.com. Let's start the show. So the Golden Bachelor women were announced today. Finally, we get this cast. The Golden Bachelor premieres only in a couple weeks here. Thursday, September 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And what is that? 765, 5 p.m. Pacific on ABC. I believe it's always the next day. It's on Hulu. So if you're like me and you got rid of your cable and you don't have that, although I don't know. I get very confused on how cable works. If you don't pay for cable, is ABC one of those channels that everybody in America gets? It's like a freebie, thank you for being an American citizen and living here. We're going to give you The Bachelor for free. Is that how that works? Because I don't know. But we're getting that September 28th, and we've known that The Bachelor is Jerry Turner. He's a 72-year-old widower. He's very hot. And so we've been wondering, well, who are the women going to be? How old are these women? Well, we get a cast, 22 women announced today. Every single one of them is at least 60 years old. We got headshots, we got bios for the women, and a new trailer for this season featuring the women. So we get to see a little bit of their personalities, hear a little bit of their personalities. So let's watch that.
Hi, I'm Peggy. I'm 69 years old.
I'm Leslie. I'm 64.
I'm Maria.
I'm Susan.
I'm Joan. I'm Sylvia.
I'm Christina.
I'm Faith.
I'm Sandra. I'm 75 years old.
Why are you ready to find love now?
I've been ready for a long time.
No matter how hard I try.
People have a mental picture of what a 73-year-old person is and what they look like, which is not me.
There's no turning back.
It's a good time for us to realize in these golden years that we have a lot of life to live.
I am 66, and my heart is wide open.
Live life out loud.
We're still fun. We have a lot of zest for life.
I don't watch anything with old people on it because I don't want to get old. I'm going to be honest. I do believe in love. I also believe that it's magical and mystical, and I'm open.
Age is just a number and not a limitation.
Do you believe in life after love?
I was married to my high school sweetheart.
I was married for 25 years.
Almost 46 years.
42 years.
We were married for 25 years.
23 years.
20 years.
I think I'm ready right now because I don't want to continue being lonely. I don't want to be alone anymore. I want to be in love again.
I'm looking for a lifetime partner.
What am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for you? Well, I can't do that.
It's not the end of your life. There's so many more things to do.
I love to travel. The Bahamas are my favorite.
I love dance.
I also like to kayak.
I love Pilates.
I love to play pickleball.
I like to play pickleball. Pickleball.
I love pickleball.
I brought my pickleball with me. I hope Gary's ready for it.
Maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, do you believe in life after love?
I believe that I'm here for a reason, and I think that's to meet Gary.
I'm looking for someone that cares about family like I do.
It's important to come together as families.
I have 2 children, 2 boys, 2 girls.
6 grandchildren.
3 grandkids.
2 granddaughters, and I adore them.
I think at our age, we've worked hard to build rich, fulfilling lives.
I'm ready to find love now. Well, hell, I've been ready to find love for a long time, people.
Do you believe?
I'm looking for a love adventure with a cherry on top.
And now it's my time.
The last chapter. The best chapter.
Do you believe in life after love?
Stop it now. Why are they so hot? I honestly got emotional. The Cher song choice was an absolute slay. I know that was kind of long, but I wanted you to see all the women because we're going to be discussing them. I wanted you to get a feel for their personalities. I feel emotions. I feel emotions about this season. And I am so, okay, it is such a cultural bonding moment for women to be plugged into the Bachelor franchise. This is something for the last 20 years or so, every Monday or whatever day it was, during the week, everyone in the whole country would be sitting on their couch with a glass of wine, watching the show and discussing it the next day. It was the absolute best. It was just also the easiest way. I would say this, when we talk about how hard it is to make friends as adults, this show made it easy to make friends as adults because you know why? You start a new job or you join a new church or whatever, a mom group, and then what could you say? You could say, hey, do you watch The Bachelor? Well, yes, of course. I'm not a total loser, moron, freak. Well, perfect. Why don't you come over to my house and we'll watch together and I'll, make chili. And then boom, bada bing, you have a new friend. And it's the easiest way to make friends was bonding over this show. Finally, it's back because it has sucked. I'm so pissed. It has been ruined. Chris Harrison being fired sucked. All of that just was a huge self-sabotage on their part. And now finally they're giving us something that's actually interesting. It's fresh. It's unique. It looks wholesome. This is what America needs to heal. We need old people. We need old people boinking and cracking bones to heal America. And you know what the best part is? We don't have to worry about any of these women on the show the best part is we don't have to worry about any of these women going on the show just because they want to become Instagram influencers, right? There's no she's not in it for the right reasons. These you're at the end of your rope. You are only going to be taking time away from your doctor's appointments and your physical therapy or whatever to do this if you are serious about it. And that's what I like. I like that everybody's going to have really good intentions. I mean, at this age, I can't imagine doing this for ill intentions. I don't even know what the ill intentions could be. So let's bring up these women. There's an Entertainment Weekly article here that has all of the women. We can look at their pictures. We can discuss them. And we're going to start with Miss Anna here. Anna is 61. And again, this is one of those times I'm going to tell you, this is a highly visual part of the podcast. So I recommend going to Real Alex Clark on YouTube, hitting the like, hitting the subscribe. Make sure if you're watching right now, you're clicking that thumbs up button because this is you got to see who I'm talking about. Anna is 61. Anna totally looks like she would be a famous actress or something. She's from Summit, New Jersey, it says. She's a retired nutritionist. And her bio fun fact is when Anna dives with sharks, she goes cageless. And it says, well, if Golden Bachelor doesn't work out, Anna might do just fine in paradise. I love that she's from New Jersey. And you know what they say about these New Jersey women? These New Jersey older women, we know this from, Real Housewives. They a little crazy. They've got personality. They talk fast. I can relate to that. A lot of people wonder, is Alex Clark from New Jersey? No, I'm from Indiana. And that's why I had to get the heck out of there. But Anna, beautiful woman. I don't know. She looks like Sandra Bullock to me, aged up. Does she not? Does anyone else see the resemblance? Okay, she looks nice enough. I don't see any red flags. April 65, she's got that kind of dangerous cougar look about her. She looks like somebody we've got to watch out for. She is from Port St. Lucie, Florida. She is a therapist. And her fun fact is that April dreams of writing a best-selling book. Sold, it says. I've already pre-ordered it, April. Now you just need to write it. Yeah, she looks like she might be somebody to stir up trouble. Like, the thing about her, and if you can on the live to the people running this for me, try to zoom in on the, yeah. Make these pictures way bigger as we scroll so they can see. So what I like about her is that she looks like she's not afraid. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to get up in somebody's face and say, you don't like him as much as me. And that's what I like. Also, you're monopolizing nap time or whatever. I like that about her. Christina is 73. Shut the front door right now. Here's the thing about these women. They are stunning. Stunning. I cannot believe this woman is 73 years old. Like, you are lying to me. Like, you got to zoom in on these people. I mean, a little bit of neck wrinkles, a teeny tiny bit around the eyes. But one thing, and I'm going to say this, and this is going to piss people off, the whole like, why can't we get back to aging gracefully crowd? Why don't you shut up? You can age gracefully. And if aging, and by the way, by aging gracefully, they mean like, I want to look like rugged and haggard and old AF. That's fine. You can look old AF. I'm going to tell you right now, none of these women have gone without Botox. Absolutely none of them. Majority of these women have had a facelift, a good one. A $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 facelift or more. I'm telling you that right now, because you can look at them and you can see that there's no way somebody at 73 years old would look like this without this work. If you get work done right, if you use it in the right amounts, you go to an actual professional, and I mean, you can't go to somebody in Des Moines. I'm sorry to the Des Moines plastic surgeons. I'm not going to Des Moines to get my facelift. If you're going to these people in Beverly Hills, you're going, in Miami, the best of the best, New York, Scottsdale, hello. I live in one of the best places for plastic surgery in the entire country. It's world renowned. A lot of the plastic surgeons who live in Beverly Hills also live in Scottsdale. They go back and forth. They've got like a combined practice where you can see them in Scottsdale or you can see them. Will somebody bring me a tissue, please? You can see them in Scottsdale or you can see them in Los Angeles. So that's what I like. So you got to go to these people. And the fashion is on point. I don't know if the women get to show their own personal style, or if the show helped dress them for these photo shoots or what. I kind of think it would be fun for them to just be dressing themselves and everything. I mean, that's what the women do, the regular women on the regular season. So I can only assume that they are dressing themselves. All right, Edith, 60. I love Edith. Everything about her look. Right now, I'm predicting she's going to be one of my favorites. She is so beautiful. I love a white or gray hair moment. And this is the other thing. Some people can pull off the white or gray hair. I pray to God I am one of them because I love this look. I even like it. There's this trend of like really young people, like teenagers and like people in their 20s dyeing their hair gray on purpose or white. And I think it is like the coolest thing ever. I love that look. I also love when black girls dye their hair, or I don't know that it's dyeing, but black girls who are getting the white or gray braids, like really young girls. I think that's stunning. Thank you. I needed a tissue, so that kind. Thanks. I love white hair on dark skin or tan skin. And this woman is beautiful. She is 60, you guys. Like, this is what I mean. Like, look at the forehead. She has Botox. Nobody wants to hear it. And so this is what I wanted to say about the gray hair and the aging gracefully crowd. Most of the crowd, because most people can't pull off white or gray hair, most of the aging gracefully crowd, why can't we just bring this back? They're dyeing their hair and they're wearing makeup or whatever. It's like, if you really are wanting to age gracefully and not have anything done, and you think you're so self-righteous because you're never going to do anything, then stop dyeing your hair. because you need to have white or gray hair then and stop wearing makeup or doing any of this. Like, why do you do these things? It's because you do want to look younger. You just think that you're like so self-righteous because really the truth is you can't afford some of these, which is fine. But what I don't like is when you try to pretend like it's because you're so much better than everybody who is getting it done because we can afford it. Like, don't play that game. Don't play that game. And this is another thing that I'm going to say that's going to piss people off. That's annoying and people don't like that. People don't like you. And those same people are always in the comments of like influencers, you know what I mean? Like, well, what skincare are you using? Wait, what? You're not, why are you asking for skincare, Rex? You're aging gracefully. That's not what we do. Okay, so, and that's another thing. Speaking of skincare, I hope all these women are dropping their skincare routines. They better be. Oh, so we have to talk about Edith. So Edith, it says, is from Downey, California. She's a retired realtor, and she is building an ADU in her backyard. An ADU, I had to look up what this was. It means accessory dwelling unit. Have you ever heard of this? An accessory dwelling unit? I guess it's like you build like a little like shelter in your yard or something. So, I mean, what does this mean? She's like, what are those apocalypse people? She's a prepper? Is she a prepper? A doomsday prepper? I like that. That's spicy. That's different. We gotta have, if you're having like the boomer crowd, then the only thing that makes sense is you have to have, like, there's gotta be a token QAnon conspiracy theorist type of boomer on there. Maybe Edith is that. Maybe Edith is gonna be asking, you know, where are the tunnels? Where are the children? You know? And so that'll spice things up for her to be looking for the tunnels and all of that kind of stuff. Ellen is 71. Ellen looks cute. She has a great natural smile. I love that. And you can see she definitely does have some body wrinkles and stuff like that, but she still looks absolutely stunning. So Ellen is somebody, maybe she is somebody who aged naturally. I don't know, maybe a little bit of Botox, but you can see her age a little bit. She's a retired teacher. It says Ellen loves dancing despite her 2 left feet. That's cute. So see, look, and you can tell by her smile, she is somebody who can laugh at herself. I like that. Faith, 60. Faith, calling it right now, she's going to be trouble. It's something about the hair color and the bangs and the not showing any teeth. Like, and also she's got the teapot, the token teapot stance in her picture with her hands on her hips. She is here to not make friends. She is here for love. And here we go. See, I already knew. I didn't even look at the bio before I looked at the picture. I saw the picture first and I already called it. And look what her bio says. Occupation, high school teacher. She's here to crack some skulls because she's dealing with 14, 15-year-old, psycho freaks. She's had enough if she's a high school teacher. She's had it. So she's not going to put up with any clowns in the house. She's from Benton City, Washington. And her bio fun fact is that she loves riding her horse, Liberty, through the mountains. And she's outdoorsy, just like our golden bachelor. All right, she's got a horse named Liberty. All right, you know what they say about horse girls. Jeannie, 65. Okay, I swear to God, she looks exactly like this woman that we just saw. Are there twins on the show? Don't Ellen and Jeannie look exactly the same? Go up to Ellen. Ellen and Jeannie, zoom into their smiles. They have the same teeth. All of these women are hot. All of these women are beautiful. I'm just, picking them apart, just like we do with the young girls. So everybody don't be like, oh, this is so mean or whatever. Pete, we do this on the young girls when they're cast. Stop it. It's equal opportunity. I'm not ageist because I am rating and picking through the older women just like I would do with the younger women. All right. Jeannie is from Tennessee. Love. We got to have some Southern women, older women with, their accents and all that kind of stuff. She's a retired project manager. And this is, oh my God, I love this. Jeannie's favorite color is neon. Her favorite color is neon. That's not even a color. So that's how you know she's wild. So she's going to have an epic night one outfit or dress. Joan, okay. Does Joan, 6 years old, does she not look exactly like Megyn Kelly? This is Megyn Kelly in 25, 30 years right here. Absolute dime smoke show woman right here. This is Megyn Kelly. She's from Rockland, Maryland. She's a private school administrator. Ooh. Now she's these teacher women. She's a private school administrator, and in Maryland, she's dealing with snotty rich kids on the reg. And her fun fact is that she loves dancing after a couple glasses of wine. Are you kidding? Love her. Love her. The fact that she's got like a super strict job, but she loosens up. She likes to dance after some wine. She's going to be drunk on the first night. She's going to be the one they're going to be calling her granddaughter. What's her password to her phone? She doesn't know her password. That's what's going to happen with Joan. Kathy is 70. Kathy, I'm not anticipating much from her. She's from Austin. Oh, she's obsessed with Christmas, it says. That's a huge red flag. Any woman that's obsessed with Christmas, red flag. Just like Disney adults and anyone who, is still into Beanie Babies, all of these people, Christmas, Disney adults, Beanie Babies, all of them, you keep them, at arm's length. Watch out. Leslie is 64. She's hot. Fitness instructor. She's a former aerobics champion. So she's going to be showing up in the aerobics Jane Fonda outfit night one, guaranteed. She's from Minnesota as well. Those Minnesota chicks, those Minnesota bitches, they don't play. They're dealing with 18 feet of snow. She's going to have one of those stories. I walked to school 5 miles in 12 feet of snow both ways. That's going to be her. And, those women are serious. Maria is precious. She's 60. She's from New Jersey as well. She's a health and wellness director. It says she's never gone paintballing, but she really wants to try. And I like Maria because she looks like she's 3 feet tall. Something about her, she looks like an absolute miniature person. And I like any little old woman that is pocket size that I can just carry with me everywhere I go. Like, she is a Beanie Baby. So we like her. Marina is stunning. Stunning. I love a gray hair streak. She's got that natural streak of gray hair in the front. She's 60. She's from Los Angeles. She's an educator. She is not one, but not 2, but 3 master's degrees. It says that, she's going to be a massive feminist lib. She's going to have some kind of women empowerment thing. She's going to end up telling us some sob story about how she's never been married because, she put it off because she was girl bossing her way through life. And I anticipate we're not going to like her, but she is very pretty. Nancy is 60. She looks fun. She looks like the girl that everybody's going to be friends with. She's a retired interior designer, and she's also a Bruce Springsteen fan. Natasha is 60, doesn't look 60 at all. I would say 50 at the most for her, 50, 51. I mean, she looks great for her age. She's from New York. She is a pro-aging coach and midlife speaker. So maybe she is the one exception in the cast. She's never had any work done. But what Natasha has that a lot of these other women don't, besides one other, I think, is that she's black. And black don't crack, and that's why Natasha, at 60 years old, looks freaking phenomenal. Pamela is 75. Pamela, another person who looks fun. I don't anticipate Jerry really going for her. She's 75. She's from Aurora, Illinois. She's a retired salon owner, and she's obsessed with Judge Judy. Daytime talk TV obsessed. At 75, Judge Judy. I don't know. She might be a true crime person. Maybe she's a murderino. That could make her fun, but it also could mean that she is an absolute psycho. Patty is Matt James's mom, former Bachelor. This is a fun twist. The fact that she is Matt James's mom, that means we can probably anticipate a Matt James appearance. She's 70. She lives in North Carolina, retired real estate professional. Peggy is 69. She looks like an absolute sweetheart. She's a dental hygienist. Anyone who is a dental hygienist, still working, not retired, that means she is so fun. She's young at heart. She's also a go-karting enthusiast. So look at that. She's here. She's built for speed. Miss Peggy is not built for comfort. She's built for speed. Renee, 67. She looks crazy. She looks crazy. She's also from Chicago, and she really wants to meet Harry Styles. You are a 67-year-old fangirl. I'm concerned. Sandra is 75. Sandra looks like the type of mom or grandmother of one of your friends that you adore, that you want to hang out with that friend really just so you can hang out with Sandra. You know what I mean? She's from Georgia. She's very proud of her high credit score, as she should be. Frickin' queen. Love that. We love a frugal queen. Susan is 66. She's got that chain smoker voice, and she looks like Kris Jenner's. She looks like she could be Kris Jenner's sister. So anyone like this, I'm scared. She's a wedding officiant. Oh my gosh, you're joking me right. guys. Her bio fun fact literally says Susan dreams of having lunch with Kris Jenner. Are you joking me? So she's obsessed with Kris. So we've got like an identity crisis here. How do I call it with these people? I'm always right. Let me just, if you learn anything from this live, it's that I'm always right. Oh, sorry. We're only on story 1 and it's only been 30 minutes. That's not looking good for us. Sylvia, 64 years old, terrifying. Terrifying. This posture, she's ready to snap in half with this posture. I'm terrified of this woman. This is like Dracula's sister. She is a vampire. Everything about the way she, and by the way, I don't know if you noticed her, if you remember in the trailer, she held herself the same way, where her posture was like one to be reckoned with. This posture ran for president and murdered your next door neighbor. Watch out for Sylvia. Bethany says she looks like she works in a morgue. Alexa says she is the crier. Oh my gosh, yes. Who is the crier? Who's going to be the one that's like crying all the time? Terrified of her. Oh my, what? Guys, her fun fact is that she loves any excuse to put on a costume. Did I not just say she's a vampire and she's Dracula's sister? I scare myself sometimes. And that's really the moral of the story, is that I'm actually terrifying. I think I have a sixth sense, and I don't get into that demonic stuff, and I'm not a medium, and I've never dabbled, I've never dibbled, but I have some kind of weird, like, predictory part of my personality that really freaks me out. Teresa is 69. She also looks like a pipsqueak. And she also looks like somebody's mom that you love. Beautiful dress. She's from New Jersey. So again, she's here to fight. Financial services professional. And she taught herself all about the stock market. She's going to be boring, actually. She's going to be boring. I feel bad. She's going to like wilt. She's not going to know how to stand out. She's too smart. You know what I mean? Just no. So those are our women. Those are our women. Do we have any people that are our favorites? Who's going to be a yeller? Who's going to be a yeller? Yes, I have discernment. I have a sixth sense. Who's the yeller? Who do we like? Who do we not like? Who's the villain? We need that in the chat. So leave your comments in the video or in the chat of what you think. Susan, the Kris Jenner psycho, she's for sure she's gone. She's gone. He's not gonna like her. Jerry's not gonna be into Susan. Sandra, I feel like she's gonna be likable, but she's gonna be likable with the women, and I don't know that Jerry's gonna go for her, but she is so cute. So anyway, hopefully these people drop their skincare routines. Ooh, Renee, 67. Renee is scary. All right, so we have to move on, but so excited for this show. All of us are watching, right? Like it is decided. We're going to give this a chance. Hopefully ABC can like win us over. They can win us back with this show. Now we have to move on to Meghan Markle. Also, I have a boring drink today. I just have water. I know, I suck. I suck for this. I really want my drinks to become a thing, like that I have a special drink. And I just honestly, to be frank with you, I'm like really running like a chicken with my head cut off. And I just didn't have time today to plan like a cool drink out. But I found out that my faves at Squeeze Juice, I got asked today, which drink in particular, which juice do you want sent to you? And so I said, this is the one I want restocked, and they're sending it to me. And so now I'm going to have some of that. And yeah, we'll keep it fun. We'll keep it spicy. Becca says, I've never even watched The Bachelor, but I would absolutely watch with Alex's commentary. That we all have to watch. If you've never watched, this is the moment. All right, Meghan Markle. I'm so sorry. I'm really late. The fact that I just spent 48 minutes on that, now I'm self-conscious that I'm taking too long. I'll try to be quick. Meghan Markle is pivoting to be an Instagram influencer. It's over for us. Meghan and Harry's coming to America journey has been such an epic failure that Meghan is now reportedly scheming to make a social media comeback and become a social media Instagram influencer. God help us. Multiple sources exclusively told Page Six earlier this month that the Duchess of Sussex has secured the Instagram handle just at Meghan. That's it. Meghan Markle is going to be at Meghan. That is how she thinks of herself, right? I don't even need a last name. Anybody says the name Meghan, they automatically are thinking of me. That's how she perceives herself, that she is the one and only Meghan. And that right there really tells you, I mean, we could wrap up the story right now. That's all we need to know. A social media expert says that Meghan Markle could easily pull in $1 million per post on her feed. I guess that's about how much Kim Kardashian can make per post. And they're saying Meghan should make that or exceed it. How are we doing on the live? Are people here? Or is anyone even watching? All right. Okay, we've got viewers. All right, good. Everybody say hello. Make sure you're thumbsing up. Guys, make it, this is just, it's a workout to go through these stories. The thing is that they're saying that Meghan Markle could easily pull in $1 million per post, but she has to be careful and not be seen as like she's hawking every product under the sun. They say that she's going to have to be very careful about who she agrees to post about. She's going to have to align with quality brands and companies that are on point with her political and social beliefs. Oh, good. So what does that mean? Tom's shoes, Disney, Pfizer. What brands are going to be aligning with Meghan's political and social views? Tom shoes. I graduated high school in 2011. When I was in high school, there towards the tail end there, every person that I went to high school with had multiple pairs of Tom shoes. They wore them every single day. No socks. You know those things reeked. Everybody's mother had that Old Bond feet powder that they were probably sprinkling in their shoes in the mudroom when they came home from school every day, because that's all we wore. Now, I can say proudly, I never owned a pair of Toms. I wasn't going to be caught dead. And was it Toms or something else that was that stupid shoe that everybody said, you have to buy these because we have to take down some man in some African village or something? Yeah, the Joseph Kony thing. Was it Tom's that was affiliated with Joseph Kony, or was Kony like its own separate thing? That was the most bizarre. That was like the first ever like social justice viral social media campaign. It was all over MySpace and Facebook, and it was absolutely horrific. I remember being at like sleepovers when I was in high school, and like sitting around some girl's laptop, sitting on her bed together, and we were watching these Kony videos. Like, we have to stop this man in Africa or whatever. We had no idea. And it was like, what were we going to do? You're going to buy this pair of shoes? Like, come on. And we were all like really worried. We were like, oh my, what are we going to do about this Kony guy? And then 5 minutes later, we all forgot. Like, was this like a moment that I only went through? But I went for like weeks. I was like genuinely worried about Joseph Kony. Like, we have to stop this man. He's the Antichrist. And then like never heard of him again. Like, whatever happened to him? We need like an Oprah, Where Are They Now? Joseph Kony edition. I want to sit down, forget Meghan Markle, forget Britney Spears. I want to sit down with this Joseph Kony. Like, did you, sir, like, so where were you when you realized that you became a viral social media sensation? Like, you were the first influencer, Joseph Kony. Where have you been? What is your skincare routine? Like, we need that with him. All right. And if Meghan Markle becomes an Instagram influencer, like, imagine what her reels are going to be like, her Instagram reels. Today, as I watched my house manager schedule our dry cleaning, and I unboxed my latest Birkin, I couldn't help but think, why are women at such a disadvantage in this country? Is it because I'm black? Is it because my husband is a cuck? Everyone, please write your senators. Let's find out why the media is out to get me once and for all. Thank you. Kisses, Meghan Markle. Is that what we can expect from her reels? I will delete my Instagram. I'm not putting up with that. I don't want Meghan's skincare routine. I don't want anything from her. What I want from Meghan is for her to go back across the pond. I want her to live out her days in the UK under the radar. She is the one person, like, I genuinely be so happy to never hear of again. And the fact that I might be bombarded with her hawking dish soap or whatever else on Instagram, clogging up my feed, Absolutely not. She's the one celebrity, like, I don't care what you're selling. I don't want to know what you're using. Any other celebrity, yes. I don't care if your whole life is like super unrelatable. That's why I like following people like Ariel Sharnez or whatever. She's super problematic, but I think it's fun to like see somebody living in the 1%. But when it comes from Meghan, it's unbearable and it's nauseating because at the same time she's living as the 1%, she's trying to tell us that we need to feel bad for her and that her life is miserable. And that's why everyone hates her. If she were to just own it and be like, yeah, I'm super rich and I have everything I've ever wanted and, you know, I have made it and achieved things that most people will never achieve in a lifetime. If she were to go that route and rebrand in that way, then I think people would be like, all right, fine. But the fact that she tries to cry victim, that's why she's so insufferable. And the fact that she doesn't get that. The fact that she has nobody on her branding team, in her PR, nobody around her in her circle is willing to tell her that says a lot because she's obviously that terrifying to work under. Meghan Markle is not the Meg that we're rooting for. That title belongs to the one and only Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan. Is anyone else obsessed with Meg Ryan? Please tell me you know. If anyone does not know who Meg Ryan is, like just name only without seeing her face. If you're like, who is that? I want you to say in the chat, reveal yourself because we're going to shame you. We're going to shame you for not knowing who Meg Ryan is. Meg Ryan is the queen of rom-coms and she's making her comeback. By the way, huge announcement. I mean, I told you we were going to sell it through this live. We only have 10 more Bob's and Beans stickers left. Can we bring up a picture of the Bob's and Beans? Bob's and Beans, it's $4. This is limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. We only made 50. It was for you in this chat. It's a little sticker based on our inside joke from the last live. And it's making fun of people who take everything too personally on the internet. That's who we're making fun of. Bob's and Beans, brand new, 10 left. Oh, now we have 6 left. This is like I'm on HLN or what is that shopping network? I feel like that's where I feel like Bob's and Beans. It's like a 1x3 sticker. Mind your own soup. It's a freaking mad, angry baked bean with a bob haircut. If you don't get this sticker, that says a lot about you, to be honest. You have to get this. QVC, that's what I feel like right now. QVC, we've got 5 left. Brand new Bob's and Bean stickers. TPUSA, what is it? TPUSAmerch.com. That's where to get it. The link is in the chat. TPUSAmerch.com, Bob's and Beans. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. You will never get a Mind Your Own Soup sticker again. We're making fun of the insensitive, annoying people in the comment sections of the internet, and that's what that is. And it's like precious, and it's hand-drawn, and nobody will ever be able to AI this sticker because somebody in-house made it for us. Isn't that sweet? All right. Meg Ryan, the queen of rom-coms, is making her comeback. She solidified herself as the undisputed queen of the rom-com genre back in the 80s and the 90s. And now Meg is 61 years old. 2023 really is the year for the older women, I feel, in movies and TVs. Like, I like this for you guys. If you are older, if you are boomer, Gen X, oh, sorry, was that rude to Gen X? I don't know. Okay, to be fair, before you come for me, if you're Gen X, I honestly don't know how old Gen X is. Boomers, I know, are grandma age. Maybe Gen X isn't there yet, but older women are having a comeback. So it's good news, at least. And what's really cool is that Meg has been kind of MIA. She had really bad work done, which made me sad. Speaking of work, like the women on The Bachelor, some of them, clearly amazing work, great facelifts, whatever. I don't know who Meg went to, but she obviously went to someone in Des Moines. And it didn't work out well. And she had the most, I don't know what it was. And I'm not a lesbo. I'm not a lesbian. But I will say when another woman is unbelievably attractive, and Meg Ryan, to me growing up, I always was obsessed with her mouth. Meg Ryan had this stunning, like, pout situation. It was the shape of her mouth, the way she talked. It was just something so unique to her. It's like, and she ruined that. She took away from that, and it just ruined her whole face and everything that made her special and unique. And that's what I don't like. She didn't like take and preserve her mouth and like keep it unique. She like totally like went a totally different direction. She looked unrecognizable. Like nobody looking at her for a while knew that they were looking at Meg Ryan, and that sucked. And that made me sad. But now she's back. I think she toned down a little bit, and she is going to be in this movie. It's going to be in theaters October 13th. It's called What Happens Later. We don't have to play the whole thing because I'm running way late. This is probably going to be a long live. Is that fine with everybody? Like, do I need to wrap up and like not do all the stories? Tell me in the chat right now. Do I not go through all the stories that I have planned today to just keep this going and get it done in an hour? Or do we go long and I do all the stories that I had planned? So tell me, do all the stories or keep it short in the chat right now. So because of this, let's play some of this trailer, just editors, just, end the trailer whenever you think we've seen enough. But the movie is coming out in theaters October 13th. It's called What Happens Later with Meg Ryan.
I'm looking for my connection. We were rerouted through wherever it is we are.
Hello, Wilhelmina.
Hello, William.
How have you been?
Oh, for the last 20 years?
25, maybe.
I've been 49 forever and ever and ever.
Wow, lucky you. I feel like I've been in my 50s since my 20s.
That's so true.
You don't have to agree with me.
Attention, Boston and Austin passengers. Those flights have been delayed until further notice.
Just those two flights?
Just us.
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
They're saying this could be bad. The storm of the century?
What are you worried about?
Everything. I was diagnosed with anticipatory anxiety.
Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah. Right now, I'm worried that we're lost.
Look around.
We are looking around.
Look around.
I'm looking around.
Relax. You're already living out your worst case scenario.
What, being stuck here with you?
Yeah.
You make a good point.
What are you looking for in there?
Photos of the kids, the family. I know how badly you wanted that.
It just wasn't in the cards. Was that your daughter?
Yeah.
It really wasn't what you said, that we wanted different things. You left. You let go.
This behavior, this is exactly why we broke up.
So basically, my personality.
Okay, yes.
This is not at all how I imagine our reunion.
Oh, you imagine this?
Wait, oh, there I am. I couldn't hear myself for a second. So it looks precious. And here's the thing. We all have to show up for this movie. We're all going to theaters to see this because we cannot let it flop. Because we stopped going to rom-coms. Like, you know how we had like all these rom-coms till like the mid-2000s and then they quit? Because they started releasing superhero movies. And everybody started showing up to the theater to go see these stupid superhero movies. And everybody thought, all of Hollywood, all the production houses thought, oh, well, I guess they don't want these anymore. So they stopped making them. And we've been in a rom-com drought. And we finally have Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell have their huge rom-com coming out, which I am about. I will absolutely poop my pants over. I've never been so elated. Like how I felt for Barbie pales in comparison how excited I am for the Sydney Sweeney Glenn Powell rom-com. And so Hollywood, we've been whining about it, and Hollywood's like, okay, we're going to try it. This is a test. I hope you know that we're all gerbils. We're all guinea pigs in this test from Hollywood to see if we will show up and if we will go see rom-coms. And if we do, they will keep them coming, and they will start bringing them back, and the writers will start writing them. Well, if the writers ever come back, because now they're on a strike. But regardless, what I'm saying is you have to come. What Happens Later, Meg Ryan, October. And I feel like great movies, and not just I feel like movies, I feel like great movies are making a comeback, and I pray that I'm not wrong. And obviously, we don't know. Maybe this movie is going to suck. I still want us to show up and go just so we can show them, look, even if this movie like is not that great, we need to still go and see it in theater so that they'll make more, and maybe those will be better. But we need to give it a shot, and we need to support Meg because Meg gave us absolute classics like You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, When Harry Met Sally, City of Angels with Nicolas Cage. Now, City of Angels, everybody makes fun of me. I have loved this movie since I saw it. I think the first time I saw it was 7th grade. City of Angels, everybody clowned on it. They made fun of Nicolas Cage because, I mean, he always gets made fun of because he is who he is. And I loved that movie. Is that cringe of me that I love City of Angels and the soundtrack? Didn't we get Goo Goo Dolls, Iris from that movie? Let me look it up. Oh my gosh. Let's see. City of Angels soundtrack. Let's see. Because I am pretty sure this is how, yes, it is. I knew it. Goo Goo Dolls' Iris was in this movie, and that is one of the best songs of all time. And it was because of this movie that I fell in love with the Goo Goo Dolls when I was in middle school. And then I think I was like a freshman in high school. I went and saw the Goo Goo Dolls in concert. Like, this is a purely millennial thing to like the Goo Goo Dolls. Gen Z has no idea even who I am talking about. But I went and saw them in concert because I fell in love with them from this movie. I loved this movie. It was so good. I bawled my eyes out. Please rent it and watch it. And then When Harry Met Sally, it's one of the, I love it, but it's really long. It's kind of like a slow, long movie. You know how they used to do that before we got ruined by social media and like we have attention spans of a hamster. Movies used to be kind of more drawn out. And When Harry Met Sally, it's kind of like that. It's like a slow burn of a movie. You know what I mean? It takes a long time to like get to anything juicy. And Sleepless in Seattle. Now, somebody is hating on Sleepless in Seattle in this chat, and I will block you and report you because Sleepless in Seattle is my all-time favorite rom-com. I mean, when I think about my top 5 favorite movies of all time, Twister, obviously. The Brave Little Toaster, another obvious. I mean, like all of you knew. You knew I was going to say that. You knew I was going to say Thumbelina. Probably Titanic. And, ooh. What else should I throw in? Oh, Silence of the Lambs, one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm forgetting all my thrillers. See, Sleepless in Seattle, I think maybe that was the movie. Like, I think that might be why I was called to go into radio, is because of that movie. Because, you know, if you don't know, spoiler alert for a movie that's 100 years old, she is in the car listening to the radio and hears this man call into one of those late night, it was like a Dr. Laura type of show, or like Delilah. Delilah stands. I remember being a child listening to Delilah at night in the car. Like, it would be like a late night, like Wednesday night after youth group, like church. Like, it was one of those nights where you leave church really late with your mom and a weeknight church thing, and then you listen to Delilah on the way home, and I would just like look out the window and I would hear her pick songs for people based on their life, and I'm like, what's going on in my life at 6 years old? What song would Delilah pick for me? And it was like my biggest woe was like my little brother wouldn't share the big wheel with me that day. You know what I mean? This big, you know, the big wheels, those little like giant bikes that you would ride around real fast down the driveway. Anyway, Delilah supremacy, Dr. Laura supremacy. So they base this movie on like a show like that. And she's listening to the radio and she hears this guy call in and she loves his voice and she falls in love with his story because his wife just died of cancer. His son actually calls in for him and he's like, I want you to find my dad a wife. And so then the dad gets, you know, reluctantly on the radio and he starts sharing his sob story. And he's like, dang it, kid, why did you just call in this radio store and blast me to the entire country? Oh, and Meg Ryan is a woman. She's weeping, listening to this guy on the radio, and then it starts this whole love affair of this man on the radio. She has to find him. She's writing letters. She's trying to track him down. Rosie O'Donnell plays Meg Ryan's best friend in the movie, and this is when Rosie O'Donnell, when I loved her. This was like prime Rosie O'Donnell. She was so awesome. She was lovable. She was funny. She was the best friend character. She also had a lead role in the movie Now and Then, which also came out right around that time. Now and Then, that's one of my top 5. I have more than top 5 favorite movies of all time, but Now and Then is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. A story about best friends growing up in the 70s that live in the same neighborhood. And then they become adults and they get together again after, you know, being best friends as kids. Then they're adults. They get ready. They get together and they, you know, catch up on their life. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite movies. And that is when I go off about sleepovers and how we have to bring back sleepovers, I am thinking of the moments where I am sitting around with all my friends when I'm little and we're watching movies like Now and Then. See, you can cultivate this. You can bring back sleepovers with your kids and you can say, we're having a sleepover and you will be watching the movie Now and Then. Or you will be watching the movie Sleepless in Seattle and then we're all going to discuss it. That's what I would do as a mom. That's what I plan on doing as a mom. You know, don't give them free range of YouTube. Just say, you know, no electronics. What if you make a rule like that? What if you have a sleepover and you tell the other moms, hey, this is an electronic-free sleepover, so I'm hosting and no one's allowed to bring anything, but we're going to make a fun itinerary. We're going to do a campfire. We're going to watch Now and Then. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't you cultivate this? You've Got Mail. Meg Ryan was in You've Got Mail. Another just pivotal movie, rom-com movie that changed life. You had AIM, Instant Messenger, and, she connects with this guy over a chat room, and she's a bookstore owner. It's quintessential New York fall. You've Got Mail is quintessential fall New York lore. There's something about New York City in the fall, and that movie. This is if you're okay. Once the clock strikes midnight on September 1st, you have to watch You've Got Mail because everything about that movie screams fall. It's just. I'm taking too long, just, reminiscing, nostalgia. We love a nostalgia. I'm milking the nostalgia for what it's worth. Meg Ryan's supremacy. Oh, and by the way, I found this out literally today. I don't know how I never put this together. Meg Ryan voiced Anastasia. The animated movie Anastasia, that's Meg Ryan. Hello? She is an icon, a legend. We're going to see the movie. The movie is called What Happens Later. It's in theaters October 13th. How's the chat? Are people still here? Am I going too long? I'm so nervous. I get nervous that nobody wants to watch me for this long, that I grade on people. And we're still going to get to my experience on the Whatever podcast, by the way. Okay. We're having a little hypocrisy check. People want an anorexic YouTuber banned from social media because they say that she is promoting self-injury. The anorexic YouTuber, her name is Eugenia Cooney. I've never heard of this girl. She's 29 years old. Does anyone know who she is? Like, what is her YouTube? Is her YouTube literally about being anorexic and like anorexia core? I don't know if she's like, for all I know, she's like, oh, I'm a chef YouTuber. I don't know what she is, but she clearly is anorexic. I feel like I'm too short. I guess my chair can't go up any higher. She is prompting this wave of serious health concerns, according to the Daily Mail. Her name is Eugenia Cooney. And the Daily Mail says that she is prompting a wave of serious health concerns after showing off her tiny frame in her Instagram posts. And critics are calling for her to be banned from the app for promoting self-injury, they're calling it. Zoom in on a picture of her. She's a vlogger from Massachusetts, and I guess she first caused a wave of upset back in 2013, and it was recently reignited after she shared a series of new Instagram posts. Yeah, this is scary. This is like very sad, very scary. Clearly, she is in danger of death. Like, that's how bad her anorexia is. And many of her followers are now urging others to report her content because they say it's dangerous. It is. Obviously. I mean, look at some of these photos. Scroll through some of these photos. This is absolutely terrifying. I mean, it's absolutely sick. She is so... I would not be surprised. She's probably days away from dropping dead. I mean, that's how bad it is. Are there any other photos of her in this article that we can show? Some of her Instagram photos? I don't know. Can my team hear me? Oh, they're scrolling. Okay. They're going to pull up some other photos of her. But, like, she's 29. I mean, she looks like she's 106. She looks like she's on the brink of death. They've got her Instagram up. They're going to pull up her Instagram. Yeah, let's see, like, some of these photos that people are complaining about. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Scary. I mean, I'm shocked. I am shocked that I don't know what the policy is for social media when it comes to photos like this. Like, are they allowed to post things like this? I don't know. So based on these photos, one user wrote, at this point, there's no helping this girl. Report these posts for the sake of young women and men on this app that this creates an unsafe place for. Another added, what I don't understand is why they don't ban her. A third said, once again, Instagram lets posts like these impact our children. Very, very disturbing, they wrote. So my question is, and this is the hypocrisy check that we're going to have today. How is it that the internet can unanimously agree that promoting eating disorders is harmful to kids and self-injury, but not a 12-year-old girl taking testosterone? The math ain't mathin' for me. Withering away from not eating is dangerous and should be banned, but not permanently disfiguring your chest and your body with things like chest binders. We can all look at this photo of this girl and say, ooh, this is scary. This isn't good for children. This is unhealthy. This is putting your body at risk. This is harmful. But not saying anything about a group of teen girls who have no previous history of gender dysphoria walking into a Planned Parenthood and a receptionist whose previous work history was working at a Wendy's giving you testosterone. Why is one of these dangerous and concerning and not the other? Chest binders can fracture ribs, damage blood vessels, create blood clots. They cause shortness of breath and more. And yet, those are sold mass market in Target. Why don't we sell how-to books in Target on how to starve yourself to death to look thin? That wouldn't be allowed? Why not? This YouTuber identifies as fat. She identifies as fat. In her mind, in this girl's mind, look at her. In her mind, she is the size of Lizzo. In her mind. She is morbidly obese. So she starves because that's what she feels. That's what she believes. Yes, it is harmful to her health, but we need to worry about her mental health and the fact that she could do something drastic. She might hurt herself if we told her that she had to start eating. You know, she's not hurting herself now, but she could. She could hurt herself. She could become a danger to herself if we tell her, you're not fat. It's in your head. You need help. You have a disorder. But no, we can't do that. We can't do that. Right? Isn't that the rules that you've made? If a woman looking like her walks into a doctor's office, the doctor cannot say anything other than, you're right, you're fat. We need to give you laxatives and Ozempic and whatever. We have to get you on some weight loss regimen because you believe you're fat. Even though you weigh 16 pounds, you're fat because you say you are. Isn't that how this works? All right, ninth circle of hell has been revealed. We're moving on, second to last story, and then we're going to get to my experience on the Whatever podcast. Thank you so much for sticking with us. All of your favorite, I'm saying favorite, by the way, in quotes, all of your favorite late night TV hosts have created a joint podcast amidst the writer's strike. The ninth circle of hell is here. It's here. Welcome. Welcome. Remember when Dwight Schrute was like, welcome to Hotel Hell. Check-in time is now. Check-out time is never. How many bean stickers do we have left? One left? That was 10 minutes ago. Now that I'm checking my phone, 10 minutes ago, one left. So I guarantee they're sold out. Are they sold out? TPUSAmerch.com. Oh, my team in my headphones says that they are fighting for the last one right now. I didn't even get one. You know, I should have said pull one for me, and I didn't. I don't even think I get a Beans and Bob sticker, but I guess you do. Mind your own soup. That's what we're saying. Mind your own soup. TPUSAmerch.com. If you can't get this last bean, you can find other amazing stickers that are Real Alex Clark branded, spillover merch, POPlitics merch. We have other merch that is going to be dropping in the next couple of weeks. So the ninth circle of hell has been revealed. All your favorite late night TV hosts have now created a podcast together. You know, Colbert, Fallon, Kimmel, Myers, John Oliver. They all can be found now in one place, which I like because now we know what to avoid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're all in one place, so I just avoid that one place. Perfect. I know where you all are. I know where to find you. Now I know where not to go. Let's watch a little video showing this absolute cringe fest.
One more time, Jimmy.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
I'm Stephen Colbert.
I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I thought when you said Jimmy, you meant me, Jimmy, but you meant Jimmy.
I always mean you.
But when you say Seth Meyers, who do you mean?
I mean John Oliver.
It's the five of us together for maybe an hour a day.
Strike Force 5 is the name of our podcast. Subscribe to it now.
Spotify or wherever else you.
I want to die. I mean, thank God. I'm so glad they did this. I think this is going to be the end for them. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver are teaming up for a new podcast. It launches today. Oh, it's out. Yippee. The show will cover, get this, the show will cover the Hollywood strikes and beyond. Great. Let me guess. Trump. Proceeds from the podcast will go to out-of-work staff from the host's respective shows, according to Spotify. That's nice. Okay, well, there's a good cause. See? I guess we have to listen for the good cause for the other people. The Hollywood writers and actors strikes have stretched on throughout the summer, halting much of the industry and leaving thousands of people jobless as the labor war plays out. Pay these people, please. How long are you going to let this go on? Oh my gosh. Per the Spotify news release of this, what happened? Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. This is a series of hilarious and compelling conversations. And now Colbert, Fallon, Kimmel, Meyers, and Oliver invite you to listen in on their once private chats on this all-new podcast. You know what? I'm going to call boo on you right now, because the private chats that these people have is like, you know, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I can't swear, but like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, these people are still writing like this freaking, you know, BS. Like, I hate these morons. I'm sick of these losers. You know what I mean? Like, that's what their real private chats. You wouldn't dare air the real private chats of the fake, woke, social justice warrior hosts, because all of them would be canceled. Let's air the private chats of Jimmy Kimmel when it started trending on Twitter again that he has participated in blackface. Can we see those private chats? No. You're not going to give us anything good. I am so excited that we have a podcast now where we can listen to more jokes, you know, roasting President Trump. That's what we all wanted, right? That's what we all wanted, because that's what it is. It says the limited series. Oh, well, they say limited, but they don't know. You don't know how long the writer's strike is going to go on, you guys. It's a little presumptuous of you. This writer's strike could go on for 5 years. I mean, how do we know? It says this limited series will have at least a dozen episodes, with all hosts participating in each episode while rotating who leads the conversation. Now, everybody take turns. Everyone be nice. Everybody take turns. Now, Jimmy, you got to let Oliver talk. Okay. Now, this week, John, you get a turn. Okay. Jimmy, you go, and then Jimmy, you go. Please, God help us. So anyway, we know what to avoid. We're going to not be listening to that. Here's what I like. This has been going on, and until this podcast announcement today, did any of us even remember that those shows weren't on the air? No. No one even remembered that these late night shows were on, because that is how irrelevant they are. And I also like, this is so stupid on their part. They are really bold to make sure that it's going to be documented now just how unfunny they are without writers. Like, you really thought you did something with this decision? Like, now we're all going to see how, like, talentless you really are. Talentless. Okay. Sorry, this is a little bit of a long one this week because I just was taking my time. My experience on the Whatever podcast. Now, I have to be careful about, you know, what all I say, how I phrase this. So I did go on the Whatever podcast. If you don't know, it's a dating and relationship podcast. It's a live stream. So it's like this, where the Whatever podcast gets a panel of people, sometimes guys, sometimes girls, sometimes both. And you talk culture, dating, relationships, and it's unfiltered. It's live. There's a live chat. It's primarily a male audience who watches the show. And I was very I was very hesitant to do this podcast because, so one thing about me, I am a girl's girl through and through. I have been my entire life. I have always appealed more to women than men. In my, doing radio, everything I've done, my shows that I've created with Turning Point USA, it is women who listen to me and relate to me. I never have been somebody that like guys like really like watching. Like, first of all, if you're a dude conservative who watches my shows, like, thank you, I appreciate you. I know, I see the analytics, like it's not very much. Like I have like an 80-something% female audience. Like it is very much just mostly women. Except for some of you drag your husbands or your boyfriends to listen with you. I know that's the case. That's probably what takes up for like 20%. So like it's a male audience show. And I just knew, and I kept saying this to people. I kept saying, I am very nervous and hesitant to do this because nobody's going to like me. And the truth is, I am just too soft. I'm just too soft. I do care what people think about me. And it's funny. I think because I'm used to dealing with women, like when women get mad at me, like, the bob haircut thing, like I can kind of roast on them back. And like, that doesn't hurt my feelings. But it's usually male commenters who tend to like do really, really hurtful personal attacks about like my personal life or my looks or whatever. And it's just like, it's like they know exactly how to kind of come after like what my own like self-doubts and insecurities are. And it just wrecks me. That is a lot harder for me to get over. Like I posted on my story the other night, but like somebody left like a really hurtful comment on one of my videos saying that I am not married because I don't want to be, that if I were ever to get married and have kids, I'd probably use a surrogate because I wouldn't be caught dead ruining my body, they said, with a pregnancy. Just stuff. It was just like really weird because it was like every single thing that I am against, they said that I was for. And that was very frustrating for me. It's frustrating for me when I get mischaracterized like at an exponential level by strangers on the internet that I don't know. That aggravates me. Like when it's something like really stupid, like Alex is mean, like, okay. Like that, the kind of stuff that like rolls off my back. But when people say stuff like that, like I cried, like I burst into tears when I read that comment and I posted that on my story. Like that actually like ruined my day for like 2 days. And the thing about the Whatever podcast is I knew it was like I was purposely walking into fire for the same type of thing. And I knew it. And this was why I really didn't really want to do it. But like everybody was like, Alex, just do it, just do it. And the other thing about me is that it's ironic, but I don't like debate and I don't like confrontation. So my personality is when somebody like comes up to me in real life and they start like going off on me or something, like I just wilt. I wilt. I'm not a strong person in those situations. I don't come off as strong. I think I come off as weak. And then the other thing is I get so nervous and my anxiety like raises to such a level that I forget what I want to say. So like I'm one of those people. Are you one of those people where like you get in a fight with somebody and then afterwards you think of like, oh, I would have said this, this, and this? That's me every time. After the Whatever podcast, I thought of 100 things that I wish I would have said or whatever in some of those like heated moments. And I didn't because I get very anxious and then my mind like erases and I'm just sitting there like a blank, just blank. And so for me, if you watched it, it's like there were some things where I would have something strong to say, like I would challenge somebody on the show and then they would rebuttal and then I would forget, I would just like not know what to say because I would be so nervous that they were confronting me that I would like go blank in my head and I just would be like, okay. Like I say that on the show, like you could watch it and I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then I don't say anything because I'm so nervous that I don't know what to say. And I'm not supposed to say that. I'm supposed to act like I'm so big and bad and like whatever and like, oh, I do this every day and like I'm not scared at all. That's not the truth with me. I was very nervous and I was very scared. And a friend of mine in the conservative movement was actually supposed to go on with me. And she ended up backing out at literally 2 days before. And so I went on alone. And I was supposed to have a friend with me that I was kind of counting on to be that person. She's more of a bulldog and she's not afraid to like kind of go after people. Whereas like I like being the comedic relief person. Like there were a lot of moments where I had like funny facial expressions and things like that. Like that's more me or like having like a funny thing. like they carried on the episode at the end. They were like, now we're going to do an after show. And that was a little bit more lighthearted. It was like, go around the table and say what your type is. And I was like, I want a guy with SpongeBob humor and like stuff like that. Like that's like my wheelhouse. When I can do that and just like give my funny takes without being attacked, then I'm confident and I'm fun and I think I'm my best as a talent. But I am not a talent that's built for debate. And I said in my interview with Turning Point when I first got hired, literally my interview, I said, I want to work here. I have this idea. I want to do the show on pop culture, but please don't ever send me to a college. I never want to be like Candace or Charlie where I'm like going there to debate leftists because it makes me want to throw up. Like, you know, when I'm like, I'm screaming, crying, throwing up, like that's how I feel in those moments. Like I am very sensitive. Like guys, I am so soft. Like you know, when people are like, I got that dog in me and it's like, the dog is like this and the dog is tucked into a little sleeping bag and like, you know, and he's got his little cookie. That's me. That's the dog that's in me. There is no dog in me. I'm so friggin' sensitive. I'm an Enneagram 4. I have a chihuahua in me in a sweater. That's me. So like only certain people feel like this. Ugh, I don't know. Some of you, like I'm not good at confrontation. So to me, everybody, and I think this is the thing, I'm convinced that everybody lies to me. Like everybody that I work with like lies to me. Cause I felt like I failed. Like I felt like I was disappointed in my performance. I felt like I did terrible on that podcast. I was so upset. I wanted to like cry for the whole rest of the day, the next day. And then like, you know, everybody that I work with was like, no, Alex, you did amazing. Like that was good. Like, yes, you didn't have like crazy like debate moments, but what you said was good and all this. And I'm like, no, you guys are just saying that to be nice. And here's the thing. And I will say this about you guys. So many of you were super sweet and said like, you did so good. Like I would have hated it. And I feel like, you know how like your family members can do no wrong? Like your own child, like my kid is like the most beautiful, smart, like talented child. And like, they could literally be like the biggest loser, like biggest nerd that nobody's friends with. And you're like, my kid is awesome. And like, my kid is amazing. Like, that's how I feel like you guys are with me. I am your child. This is the truth. You guys are all my moms. And you guys see me do things like that. And you're like, Alex, you killed it. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. But it's like, you would say that about anybody that was your kid. And that's how it is with me. Like, you guys are just like, good job. Like, you get a star for showing up. Like, that's how I feel. So I felt like I sucked. And you know, Brian, the host, he was very kind. He's like, you know, I'd love to have you back. Let's plan for another show. Like, if you want to come back, like, I'd love to have you back and let's continue this conversation about how I don't like to pay for first dates. But my thing, I was like, and it's true, I am really, really busy and booked. I'm out of town for the next several weekends. Like, it wouldn't be a while till I could go back on anyway. But I'm just very unsure about doing that again because, you know, being told, imagine, okay, let me just paint the picture for you. Doing a show like that, you go up somewhere and you have thousands and thousands of people telling you that you're ugly, you're old, someone said I had a repulsive personality, that's why I'm single. You know, that it was just like picking you apart, your looks, your personality, everything you say, you're not good enough. Oh, telling me that I'm actually a feminist, I'm not really conservative because I have one bikini picture on my Instagram feed, whatever. It's like stuff like that, you sit there and you endure it for hours. And then several days after, because not everybody watches live. A lot of people watch that show live, but then they go back over the next several days, and then they, you know, watch and leave their comments and roasting you more. So it was like walking into an arena and everybody throws tomatoes at you, and I hate that feeling. Some people thrive. Some people like that. Like, stick me in a situation where I just am forced to fight. I don't do that. I'm a flight person, not a fight person. So that was my experience. I feel like I failed. You guys are so nice to me. I'm convinced that you're nice to me because you just like love me unconditionally, and I'm like your little baby, and so you're just like, I'm so proud of you, even though you're like, yeah, that wasn't like the best scenario for her. So anyway, you can let me know what you think about that. We are sold out of the Beans and Bob sticker. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that little surprise. Only 50 of you have it now, so that's it. 50 people in the world will have the sticker. It's a very special sticker. It's hilarious. You know, it's like one of those little moments. And when people say, like, what does this mean? Mind your own soup. You can explain. Like, people on the internet get so caught up. They think everything is about them. And they were commenting on this woman that had a bean soup video and telling her, like, make a recipe without beans. And it just was a moment of, like, making fun of the people who always play victim on the internet. And, you know, so, what else? All right, so we have to wrap up. Oh my gosh, this was an hour and a half. I'm so sorry. I hope you'll still come back next week. Spillover tomorrow. Is it gay for men to do housework of any kind? Is it gay? Is it gay for men to do the dishes? Is it gay for men to help change your kids' diapers? We're going to be talking about that because a lot of so-called trad and red pill men and women on Twitter think so, and on YouTube and on Reddit. The red pill people, which includes men and women, mostly men, but women too, they believe that it is gay for men to do the dishes. So I have a guest on that has a lot of opinions about that. That is the new Spillover. Drops on Real Alex Clark YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific tomorrow night. TeepUSAmerch.com if you didn't get your Bob's and Beans sticker. There's other stickers. Again, dishwasher safe, all weatherproof, and other merch items. We'll have new merch later this month. If you have not thumbs up this video, please do it. God, at least do that for me after I just got raked over the coals from the whatever podcast audience. It would be nice to have my video do well. Share this video on your story. Share in the group. I don't know what your favorite moment was, but I love it when you share the link to this video in the Cute Conservatives Facebook group and you say, like, oh my God, when this happened, or give your opinion on something that I discussed. And, you know, share the pictures of the cast of the Golden Bachelor in the Cute Conservatives group and say, here's who I think is going to be the villain. Here's my prediction on who's going to be, you know, the love interest. Here's who's going to be the fan favorite, et cetera, et cetera. Cute Conservatives group on Facebook. Thumbs up. Subscribe to Real Alex Clark on YouTube. Or if you're listening to the podcast version, subscribe. Also, let me know if, like, it's okay if I go over like this and the show ends up being an hour and a half on 1 week, or if it's like, you've got to keep this to an hour, Alex. I don't have any time for this. See you next Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's pop culture without the propaganda. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics.